Student services. Where we start. To give you an example, we'll be again the first school, we like this first thing, it's just nice. Because if you make a mistake, you say, oops, I didn't know how to do it better. We'll be the first one that will give digital portfolio to universities when our kids apply. No more paper, the digital. We all have, how many kids are in the pilot, Ms. Pelonis? 12 kids? 12 kids. We have 12 kids that they put together, their portfolio, so when they apply, they're 11th graders, when they apply to college, they don't have, here is what I did, when I was dancing around and so forth. It's going to be a digital portfolio. That's where is the difference. And you'll see for the first time again, if you find another university around the world that has more phone calls by any other school rather than us, I'll buy you coffee. What is happening is that last year we had 12 students visited 10 universities in Boston area and in New England to take courses to see how the universities actually operate before they make a decision. We don't want them to make a decision because they see some beautiful brochures. This year, we're not happy that we had only New England. We add the Washington, Virginia, and Baltimore area. So it's going to be another group. It's going to go to Johns Hopkins. It's going to go to Georgetown. It's going to go to American University, GW. Still, they were not happy, these creative, crazy people. They said, what about UK? So we're going this Thanksgiving with 12, 14 kids going to London School of Economics and whatever other schools in London. They're small schools. So about 42 kids, they will taste college and university life before they send a single application. This is because we have many of these wonderful people who leave their families in Thanksgiving or leave their families during vacation, because we try to do this during vacation so they don't lose classes. So, which we talked about a lot about the student services, where we took also the hit that we created the optimal match program. People, they said, well, it's going to be very bad that you have kids with learning differences. This is a disease. If my kid, who is an Einstein, touched this kid, then the brain is going to suck from one to go to another. And no, it's not that. But what we believed was that all kids are special. And it's our responsibility, if we want to change the world, to give them the opportunity. And we celebrate that. We celebrate more when a kid that he had no chance, and when even the parents, they said they came from a Greek school with oxia tembelitida, that was the diagnosis, and the kid got to one of the prominent colleges in the United States. Now, go figure that. Well, the old Optimal Match program, Mrs. Perakis, and I can embarrass her, telling her that about 5 years ago, I was looking to see where all the storage rooms under the staircase in the academy, because that was my first week at work. So I opened the door, and here comes Mrs. Perakis. I said, what are you doing here? You're stealing stuff? He says, no, that's my office. Well, now I cannot find her because she has a wing. That's the Narcos wing. You need to have all of these rollerblades to find her. We have 78 of these wonderful kids. These wonderful kids. We had a kid that is actually legally blind and went to a campus tour with no assistance. And when she told them that I want to come to this school and this is my situation, they said, what? And she's there. And she got the first A and she sent an email to us. And we're damn proud about that. Why? Because these crazy people that do this, they live on the stairs and so forth. I don't know. We talked about the clubs. Now, all right, all of this happened in the past. We can't live in the kingdom of past. We have to depart that. Now we have to go in the future. So we can choose different ways we can go in the future. Every path is the right path. Every path is a wrong path if you don't know where you go. Remember that when I was like 5½, always I like the half. My mother said to me, go to the store, and I would run. I'd go to the store and say, why? And I go back, she'd say, well, you didn't ask me what you want. A second time I remember that evidence when I was teaching Turbo Pascal. That's the old days, you know, some of you maybe remember. So the first question it was, at that time, tell me what day is November 27th of 2015 year. Students just start typing. I said, what are you typing at? You have to solve the problem first. And then you try to see if you can use the tool. So I think we have a pretty good path. Actually, we have many paths. So let's see where we want to go. So we're going to move from change to metamorphosis. Now, I see some doctors here, some biologists. I can ask questions, the difference between change and metamorphosis. Now, I didn't know how to describe that, so I took a picture. Is it really? Okay, let's see. Metamorphosis, complete transfiguration or transformation. So we went from this stage and we go up there. That's not a change. That's metamorphosis. And we want to change the form and the structure and the substance. Again, we're privileged to go around, and I'm privileged to be in the Commission of the Middle States Accreditation that accredits more than 1,000 schools. So I have a chance for free to go and visit the schools. And I like to say, hey, our structure is different than your structure. Otherwise, we cannot produce what these people are producing it. So, what is this metamorphosis? Metamorphosis has a couple elements. Has the vision, has the praxis. See, a lot of Greek here, because this is important. We're in Greece, okay? And there is mathematics behind that. Greece and mathematics, it has to be in every presentation. So, what is our vision? It's establishing ACS Athens as a center or morphosis. That's very sophisticated. So what is morphosis? Well, morphosis is a holistic, meaningful, and harmonious education for life. Now, how we do morphosis? We can integrate knowledge, belief, innovation, and behavior. Because you can have knowledge, but if your behavior is different than your knowledge, then it's worthless. And so what? Engaging students, faculty, staff, administration, and you. We cannot do it alone. Parents, the school, and the student. That's the triangle. There's no other way we can do it. There's no free parking lot. You know, sometimes there's a notion that I pay money in the best school, hear my kid, open the head, put little monster there, and that becomes, you know, an educated person. It doesn't happen that way. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. We need you. So, what does it mean now? What is this? Well, holistic, meaningful, harmonious, meaningful, and holistic. What does it mean that? Anybody wants to help? I forgot the next slide. What do you think will be holistic? Any ideas? Who cares, right? Holistic, it's a concept, right? Total approach. Total approach. All right, let's see. Let's see what they say what's holistic. It's a holistic approach to successful combines the total thing, which means what? Emotionally, physical, intellectual. You know, sometimes our teenager comes home and had a fight with his or her boyfriend or however is the structure. And we think that the kid is going to come home and think about quadratic equations? I don't think so. I don't think so. So what do you do in this? Do you say, no matter what, I don't care if you're upset, if you're unhappy, if you are really sad, sit down and do the quadratic equation? He's not going to do it. Most probably going to sit here and send an SMS and say, why you did that to me?